Hello, my name is Whitney Johnson, and I will be discussing the GVV Case 3.5 titled Walmart Inventory Shrinkage. Please excuse my stuttering in this case. There are a lot of S words and a lot of tongue twisting. So let me begin. In this case, Shane O'Hara, an honest, ethical Walmart veteran, is contacted by Jeffrey Cook, the Idaho regional manager. Cook tells Shane he will be transferred to the Atomic City store, where he will help reduce the store's high shrinkage rate. Shrinkage in this case is defined as the value of goods that are lost or stolen. Shane was told that the store had a shrinkage loss of $2 million, which was leading to the possibility of closing the store down. Shane's duty was to keep the store open, save jobs, and cut losses so that both he and the regional manager could receive a bonus at the end of the year. Shane worked hard to improve the situation and hired an asset protection manager. This helped decline shrinkage significantly, but Cook and the other high-level managers were not satisfied. In August of 2013, the annual inventory audit showed a 90% reduction rate in shrinkage from 800,000 to 80,000. These numbers did not seem right to Shane, and he figured they must have been doctored. That year, many high-level managers left the company, causing Shane to think that his job was also on the line. He contacted Cook, who explained that the shrinkage rate was due to improper accounting and that an investigation would be carried out, with Shane being held on suspension with pay. Shane was shocked to learn that he would be forced to take the blame for the fraud. Shane spoke to another Atomic City manager who had experienced a similar situation the year before. She stated that the fraud was carried out by declaring that missing items were not actually missing. For example, you could explain that missing clothes were simply in a bin where clothes had been tried on by the customer, not bought, and left in the dressing room to be cleaned for re-tagging. This way, items that were lost or stolen were still being counted as part of inventory. So what should Shane do to protect his reputation? The stakeholders in this case include the accountants and auditors, Shane O'Hara, Jeffrey Cook, and the other high-level managers, which are Cindy Rondell, Larry Brooks, and the General Asset Protection Manager. The main ethical issue here is that the shrinkage rate for the past year was doctored and reported inaccurately, making the store seem more successful than it actually was. In addition to this, Shane and his store are being investigated when Shane was unaware of the fraud until he saw the reported numbers. How should the organizational culture at Walmart affect Shane's decisions or actions? If I were Shane, I do not think Walmart's organizational culture would influence my decision to get to the bottom of this fraud. Some companies have a keep-it-to-yourself mentality, but for the sake of Shane's reputation, it's his duty to come forward and do what he can to make sure that this fraud is adequately remedied and that it doesn't happen again. What does Shane need to say, and to whom? The people Shane needs to talk to are Cook, the accountants and auditors, Cook's immediate superior, or whichever high-level manager is still with the company, and possibly the CEO. In that sequence, to each of these stakeholders, Shane needs to explain the situation, explain his involvement, and discuss his suspicions of what happened. If no one is willing to listen, then after uncovering all the documentation that he can and finding all of the proof that he can, he should file a report with the SEC. Shane will face many reasons and rationalizations of why he should not come forward. Though the other store manager acted as Shane's confidant, I believe that she will try to deter Shane from stirring the pot. She will most likely advise him to do as she did, let the investigation happen, not say a word, and then continue on as if nothing happened. As can be seen in her situation, Shane will most likely be able to keep his job and not suffer any major consequences. When Shane talks to Cook, he will face a similar argument. Cook wants a bonus, and he will try to reason with Shane that nothing will be found in the investigation and that they should both just let the situation be so that they can both earn bonuses. Finally, Shane's most powerful and persuasive response to these arguments is that his reputation is more important than a bonus and more important than reporting high profits. Letting Walmart hide their flaws via fraud will lead to a slippery slope that will be dangerous for both the company and Shane personally. Shane's ability to counteract these arguments will be based on his personal values and commitment to being ethical. He needs to present these arguments to Cook and the accountants. Shane should request to meet with Cook in person, presumably in Cook's office, so that the two can work together to find a solution. Thank you very much for listening to my discussion and analysis of this case. Have a great day.